Hello everybody, happy Friday. I'm Leslie, state park interpreter for parks located in Santa Cruz County and parks along the San Mateo County coast. We are still having our soft closure at Año, which means the parking lots are still full. So today I am here in the Año Nuevo Reserve with you, hoping to bring a little bit of the Año Nuevo State Park into your homes or your lives, wherever you may be this Friday. It is a little bit gloomy here today. It's not as windy as it was the last 2 weeks, so I'm really happy about that. So if you're wondering who I am, hi, I'm Leslie, once again, for those of you just joining. And we also have my companion, my co-worker, fellow state park interpreter, Sky, moderating for us again. So feel free to ask questions during this program if you have any, and we'll try our best to answer all of them for you. This program today is going to be pretty short because I just want to talk about one thing. When I arrived this morning at Año Nuevo, I was really surprised to see quite a few elephant seals on the beach. The last few Fridays, I noticed that elephant seals were, the population was getting smaller and smaller because elephant seals were returning to the ocean for their migration. But it is now the time of year where we're starting to see female elephant seals haul out of the ocean and onto the beaches here at Año Nuevo to do something really special. They are in the process of molting. So when we talk about elephant seals and molting, we oftentimes say catastrophic molt, and it's because they lose all of their fur and that top layer of skin, their epidermis, all at one time over a matter of 25 to 35 days. So I'm going to turn the camera around now, and we're gonna walk up as close as I can get without putting myself in danger and violating our 25-foot policy. So I am going to begin that walk with you guys, and we're gonna get started. So today I'm located at an area of the park called High Willows. So it's a little bit different from the area I was in the last 2 weeks. And you can see as we're getting up a little bit closer, there are some pups here, but a majority of these larger elephant seals are adult females. And I was really surprised to see all of these females here in this great big pile of elephant seals. So hopefully you can all hear me okay. There's an elephant seal sleeping right there. Now, if you look at this sleeping elephant seal that's right in front of me, you can see that the fur looks like it has spots, but this fur is actually beginning to molt or shed. And as they continue to shed, you'll see their fur coming off in larger sheets. Now, elephant seals are mammals, and if you've been tuning in with us the last couple of weeks, we have talked a little bit about characteristics of mammals. So all mammals have hair or fur, or they have the ability to grow hair or fur. And most mammals will shed a little bit of hair or fur each day, but elephant seals do it all at one time, which is why we call it a catastrophic molt. And unfortunately, I can't zoom in to get closer, but in the center of this group here, you'll see a couple of elephant seals that are a little bit further along in their molt, right out there. There's a couple of elephant seals that have missing fur around their noses. And there's a couple of bigger females that are starting to get interested in me. On the other side of this berm, you can see them staring at me, and I'm going to start backing up now because, once again, I am not supposed to disturb these animals. So anytime we see animals start to pay attention to us or notice us, it's good practice to back away a little bit just to give them some more room. But I'm gonna zoom back in over here with the sleeping one who doesn't even notice me. And you can see where there's little missing pieces of fur starting to come off. This elephant seal that's right in front of us here too has lost quite a bit of fur, which is why they look like they're two colors. So female elephant seals and pups will arrive to Año Nuevo right about now and throughout May. This is when the Año Nuevo Reserve, or the rookery, can be the busiest. And the males will arrive a little bit later, July and August. Anybody have any questions about molting? Hopefully we'll be able to answer them for you. So human beings do shed their hair and their skin continually. We're barely even aware that the replacement process is taking place. But elephant seals go through what is called the catastrophic molt, in which the entire layer of epidermis, which is attached to the hairs in the root, is sloughed off in a period of 25 to 35 days. For those of you who are joining just late, I've already mentioned this earlier. So these are all females and weanlings, younger pups, weanlings, who've weaned off of nursing from mom. See a male pup right there. So after the breeding season, the females will head out to sea and they will eat lots of fish and squid because they've lost a lot of weight during the breeding season. So they'll stay out at sea for a couple of months before hauling out and heading back to the beach here at Año Nuevo. So they arrive in April, which is now, and through May. And then males begin to arrive in stages, is in June and July. And the largest of the males, the bulls, will begin to arrive in July and August. So during breeding season, males spend a lot of their time trying to establish dominance so that they can have access to females for mating. But during the molt season, elephant seal males aren't competing for females, so they tend to group together and they'll lay side by side in heaps like the females and juveniles are doing right now. Today I had a webinar a little bit earlier in the day with the Nuevo Reserve Director Patrick Robinson, and there were some juvenile males in this group of elephant seals here that were sparring and practicing fighting with one another. But it's not serious. They're not trying to hurt each other. They're just practicing. So you might see that occasionally. I see two elephant seals that are kind of nuzzling each other right out there. You'll also see elephant seals flipping sand on their bodies. And they're flipping sand on their bodies to cool off. That nice wet sand helps them cool off really quickly. Also protects them from the sun. Even though it's nice and overcast today, you can still get pretty sunburn out here. See if I can head back over here again without disturbing too many of them. Now, I don't know about my coworker interpreters that work here, but I still like to keep my healthy distance. I'm still a little afraid of these animals. They can move pretty quickly on land, surprisingly. And although they don't see humans as a threat, because they have had laws to protect them from hunting and from being disturbed and harassed by humans, they don't associate us with danger, but we still have those 25-foot laws in place to protect these animals, to keep them unhabituated to humans. So I could probably get a little closer, but I don't feel that comfortable doing that. And there's actually a really large elephant seal behind me in the dunes too, so I've got to keep my eye on that one. So the molting process takes place about 4 weeks, 25 to 35 days at most. And after the molting season finishes, we're probably going to find lots of elephant seal fur on the beach. It comes off in sheets and sometimes little patches like you are seeing on that one elephant seal that was sleeping that I showed you. And if these elephant seals were doing more sleeping rather than all staring at me, I would get a little bit closer. But they're all pretty alert right now. Some of them are staring at me, and so I really don't want to get very much closer. And I'm sure when we arrive again next week, there will be even more elephant seals on the beach. And they're probably gonna be looking a lot different too. Because they're shedding their fur. The pieces of molt can come off in small pieces or large sections, and it varies in color from pale blonde to darker brown and even silver colors. And when you look at the pieces of fur or molt, you can see outer hairs attached to the epidermis, protruding from the underside of the root hairs. And then on the outside of the epidermis are the longer hairs, the longer, coarser hairs. It almost feels a little bit like Velcro, for those of you who are wondering what their fur might feel like. Now, for Sky, who's doing the moderating, who also has worked at Nuevo, I have a question for you, Sky. Do elephant seals rub against the sand to help their fur come off? Do they throw sand on their bodies to help that fur come off? I think that I read that elephant seals can scratch themselves with their claws. They have little tiny phalanges and nails on their flippers. And there's an elephant seal sleeping right here. I could show you their flippers with their nails. So you will see them scratch themselves and yawn, especially in the morning. But I'm not sure if the actual process of shedding their fur itches. All right, well, we'll hang out here for just a couple more minutes and watch these cute elephant seal pups, or juveniles and females, before we say goodbye. If any of you have any questions other than molting, feel free to ask. Sky and I will do our best to answer questions for you about elephant seals at Nuevo State Park. For those of you who are Nuevo fans, please like and share this live stream to help spread the word about the elephant seal molting season. I also want to thank everybody for following our shelter in place and our soft closure of the parking lots at Nuevo State Park. I hope all of you stay healthy, and we would hope to see you sometime soon in the future here at Nuevo, or virtually over Facebook or Instagram, or one of our Ports Home Learning webinars. If you have some students that are interested in learning more about elephant seals and their adaptations, feel free to sign up for our Ports Home Learning webinars, and you can sign up for those at www.ports, that's PORTS .ca.us. All right, and we hope to see you again next Friday for our live stream. Now, next Friday's live stream is going to be more geared towards children. It'll still be at 1 o'clock. But we've spent the last 3 weeks talking about elephant seals, adaptations. I wanted to show you their molting, and we might do a little bit of that next week as well. But I wanted to take the focus away from elephant seals because there is so much more to Nuevo State Park than elephant seals. We are actually located on the Pacific Flyway for a lot of migratory birds. And I'm going to be honest with you, I am not that familiar with a lot of migratory birds, but I would like to read one of my favorite books, Jonathan Livingston Seagull. And we might not get through the whole book, but we'll read a little bit of it and we'll talk about the Pacific Flyway. So if you're interested in hearing Jonathan Livingston Seagull and talking about the Pacific Flyway and some of the birds that we might see here at Nuevo at various times of years, please tune in next Friday at 1. And we hope to see you then. For now, have a good Friday and a great weekend. Bye, everyone.